Most advisors that I talk to think they need more leads, more marketing, more ads, more seminars, more traffic onto their website. But what if you could increase the amount of appointments you get by 20 to 30% without spending more money? In today's video, we're going to talk about 5 ways advisors leave appointments on the table and how to fix it using things you're already doing. Hello, I'm Dave LaGue, a coach over at Advisors Excel. Now, before we jump in, please make sure and like this video and subscribe to this channel. We put out content every week to help advisors grow their business with more clarity, confidence, and consistency. Okay, so here's 5 opportunities for you to get more appointments from what you're already doing in your business. Number 1. Appointments aren't lost because of bad marketing. They're lost when your team is accepting postponement objections. We'll talk more about that in a second. Postponement objections from your prospects too easily. The second way is a lot of businesses get referrals, but honestly, they're just getting them because they hope for them and they're not engineered. You can have a process that brings in predictable referrals. We're going to talk about that. The third way, there's old leads in every business I've ever seen. There's old leads in their system that is collecting dust. The fourth way is there's no-shows that disappear forever. How do you prevent that? And the fifth is when event momentum dies 24 hours after the event. Most firms don't have a lead problem, at least what I see in this business. Most firms have a follow-up and conversion system problem. Let's focus on fixing that. Solution number 1. Train your team to handle, we call them postponement objections, the right way. So most advisors lose meetings when a prospect calls into their office and talks to someone answering the phone and they say something like, "Hello, my daughter's getting married next month. Let's just move this meeting and you guys can give me a call sometime this summer." Or they'll say something like, "Let's talk after the holidays." Or they'll say, "I need to think about it." Has this ever happened to you? I have yet to meet a business in this industry that this doesn't happen to, where a prospect calls in and tries to postpone the meeting. And who's usually taking those calls? Usually it's your receptionist or some sort of administrative person on your team. And the current approach they follow is they politely agree, and then the opportunity disappears. They say, "Sure, we'll give you a call sometime in June." And they'll put it on, your receptionist will put it on their calendar to give the prospect a call sometime in the summertime. But then when they try and call, they never answer. Okay, so here's the fix. Train your team on this simple 3-step framework to keep them from letting postponement objections happen. Step 1, teach your team about the ledge. The ledge is something that shows the prospect that you hear what they're saying and allows the conversation to move forward. So let's say your receptionist answers the phone and it's one of your potential clients calling to postpone the meeting until next summer. Train them to say something like, "Okay, I hear you, that makes sense." The goal of the ledge is to lower pressure and buy thinking time for both your receptionist and for the person on the other side of the phone. Step 2, have them talk about the value. A lot of times the reason people postpone their meeting with you is not really because their daughter's getting married or because of the holidays or because they're busy. Really the reason they're postponing it is because they don't remember why they were coming in the first place. Or the reason they were coming in is a little bit cloudy in their mind and they don't really know. Restate why the meeting matters to the potential client they're talking to. Step 3, I call it ask. Have whoever's answering the phone and hearing this from a prospect ask again for the meeting to happen sometime in the next week, calmly and directly. And I know this sounds crazy because they just said they want to wait till June to meet with you. But ask one more time after you've retied it to the value now. And I would argue that a big percentage of the time, people will book it now. So how this would look is, okay, so I'm looking at our advisor's calendar and we've got Thursday at 1 open or anytime Friday morning. Which one works better for you? And then I would argue 3 out of 10 people will say, let's just get this done. Let's do Friday morning. And my argument here is that if you have your team trained up with this process of ledge, value, ask, even if 2 out of 10 people end up holding their meeting, your business will see the benefit from it. And the people who need your help will actually show up and meet with you and find value from it. Solution 2, install a friends and family moment at every client event that you do. So most advisors out there hope for referrals. Very few of them intentionally create space for them. Step 1, have client events. If you're not already having events that your clients come out to, I would start putting those on the calendar. You could talk about a topic that's relevant for the time with them, or you could simply have fun. It depends on what you want to do. But my argument would be have at least 3 client events into the future scheduled on your calendar. So at every single one of your events, have someone in your office, preferably you. If not you, then someone who is influential in your firm, stand up, get everybody's attention, and say what I'm about to go through. I'll kind of role play this. Say this to the room. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming to our event tonight. We really appreciate you being here. It's funny, our team regularly has people call in and say, hey, I've got a brother who has this or that question about his pension, or, oh, hey, my old college roommate just called me and they're getting a buyout from their company. Can I have them talk to you about that? And I just want to clear the room here at our event tonight. I just want to say, of course, if your brother, if your sister, or whoever has a question, have them call us. We'll help them. And they don't have to become a client of ours. We fully expect the majority of people who call us will not become clients, but we want to help your friends and family. You could say, by the way, we're doing an event next month. We're going to all go to this baseball game at the local minor league team. We've got a suite rented out. We're going to have food and drink. It's going to be a good time. We have 30 spots available. Friends and family are welcome. Why are they not bringing their friends or their family to your events? A lot of times it's because they're kind of afraid that their brother or their parent or their uncle is going to get sold, going to get pitched. It's going to be like a captive sales presentation. But if you show them every time, hey, you're welcome, these people are welcome, and they start seeing that you're not doing that sales presentation and holding them hostage, they're going to feel comfortable bringing their friends and family. Real quick before we keep going, if you're an independent financial advisor that's struggling with everything on your plate, if you're feeling anxiety about the future, or you simply don't have a clear plan or vision for your business, we have a solution with the Advisor Success Track. This is a custom roadmap built specifically for your business, and it services exactly what top performing producers just 1 or 2 steps ahead of you are doing differently. And it's going to give you a customized plan to scale. This takes less than 3 minutes to get started. All you'll do is click the link in the description below to find your success track, and you're going to walk away with resources tailored specifically to your business, areas directly applied to your growth. Okay, now let's get back to it. Okay, here's solution number 3. Mine the gold in your old list. Most firms that I've talked to sit on years, some of them decades of old leads that never became clients. Here's how to solve this. Schedule a professional development day for you and your whole team. I would recommend soft closing the office and then spend time going through your list and rank your old leads by asset level, personality fit. Rank your whole list of leads for your firm. Then what I would recommend doing is assign somebody on your team who is personable. It might be you, it might be someone else on your team, to call 1 to 5 hours per week through this list. Because what's going to happen is, even if you just get a certain number of appointments off of your old cold lead, it's a steady stream of appointments without new marketing spend. Okay, here's the 4th solution. And this one's one of my favorites. Reinvite your past no-shows and cancellations to every seminar you do. Here's what currently happens for a lot of advisors that I know in this business. They have somebody register for their dinner seminar, let's say for example, or even like an educational event. They have a prospect register and that prospect doesn't show. Here's the fix. Every time you run a seminar, send out an email blast to everybody who has ever registered for a past event but didn't attend. Here's why this works. These people who already opted in to come to your event, they were already showing interest. What you're doing is you're giving them another opportunity. You don't know what happened in their personal life. One advisor that I work with fills multiple seats every event he does with this method. He sends a blast email out to everybody who registered in the past to a past event but didn't show. If you had 2 extra people on average at every event you did from the past, that's incremental appointment volume from warm prospects. Okay, here's the 5th and final solution, a way to get more appointments from the marketing you're already doing, from the business you already have. Make your business as professional as possible between when the prospect schedules the appointment and when they show. Here's some ways that can happen. The first is what I call the 24-hour window. If someone schedules an appointment with you, let's say for example at a dinner seminar, have someone on your team that has been instructed exactly how call that person before 10 o'clock the following morning. In fact, the best advisors I see actually tell everyone at the seminar, that tomorrow morning before 10 o'clock, you're gonna get a call from our team to confirm that this time works for you that you scheduled today. Because here's what we've seen happen. People go home, they book a time with us at the seminar, but then afterwards they go home and they look at their calendar in their house and they realize, oh, I wrote down there that I have to go to my nephew's soccer practice, but I didn't put it on my phone calendar, and so now I can't make this appointment work. The second thing, have a systematic drip. A lot of advisors don't do this, but one thing you could do is after you book an appointment, have a nice, high quality deliverable land within 2 days in the prospect's front porch. Something that shows what to expect in the first appointment, something that shows what it's like to be in your office, something that tells them what to bring to the first appointment, something that screams professionalism. It screams $1 million office. It's very high quality. Okay, that was 5 ways to get more appointments out of what you're already doing in your business. Now, if you want the full scripts and frameworks that we use with the advisors that work with Advisors Excel, that we've seen increase appointments 20% to 30% without increasing your marketing spend, grab the free checklist below. And if this was helpful, please like and subscribe, because the ongoing videos are going to show you more ways to build the value of your business, get in front of more people, and enjoy your life as a business owner even more. Thanks for watching.